Won't you simply leave? Do you believe that, despite your lack of knowledge, you can come here and get an interview? Doesn't that seem presumptuous to you? It's way too early for you. Leave. I began working as soon as I graduated from high school after my mother passed away. My manager harassed me, which led to my termination, and I was denigrated throughout job interviews. I had a chaotic life. Despite the fact that nothing I tried seemed to work, I persisted and never gave up. Education is irrelevant. The main thing is to have a kind heart. Now, I genuinely and sincerely believe that. Mike Myers is my name. I live with our mother and Emily, my considerably younger sister. Being raised in a single-parent household is a challenging family scenario. Before I was old enough to recall, my dad got a divorce from my mother. I can't recall my father's face, and my mother never showed us a single picture of him out of concern for our comfort. As a single-parent household, Mom would leave for her part-time job during the day and come back in the evening. Despite the fact that we were on welfare, my sister and I could always see how hard our mother worked. In addition to being my best and most proud private tutor, she graduated from a renowned university. I have been asking Mom different questions regarding my schoolwork since elementary school, but she never simply provided me with the answers. Mom, I just can't handle this math problem. All right, Mike. This is the situation. She never answered the question directly. This was typical of her. Instead, she would provide clues, leaving me to deduce the solutions on my own. You got it, Mom. C is the response. Math is incredibly fascinating. Exactly. Let's have dinner now that you know the solution. Emily must also be hungry. Mom excelled in science and math. Perhaps that's why I also gradually began to enjoy these topics. Mom, I would like to attend a science school. Naturally, a public university, as it is less expensive. Is it possible for me to make it? I want to help out and acquire a job. Our lives will be better. Naturally, Mike. I'll help you get into the school of your dreams. Give it your all and go for it. I suppose I was her best chance. I was studying hard for my desired college during the final winter of my senior year of high school, right before Christmas. As I watched Mom clean the bathroom, my sister Emily exclaimed, "I want to help too." Emily entered my room out of the blue. "Come swiftly, Mike. Mom is here." Mom has. I sprinted to the restroom. Mom had passed out there. It was too late when we called for an ambulance. Her cause of death was an unexpected aneurysm that showed no symptoms. Mom always took good care of us. We were able to hold the funeral with the assistance of family members. I was totally lost. Emily needed some time to come to terms with the fact that she was still in 6th grade. "If you need anything, just ask me," said my aunt, which was comforting. But she lived far away, and we hardly ever met, so I only managed to thank her. After the funeral, we faced Christmas and the New Year. I thought about the savings Mom had put aside for us, our current and future living conditions, trying to figure out answers on my own. On the first day back at school after winter break, just before leaving the classroom, I told my teacher, "I've decided to give up on going to university. Mike, I'm sorry to hear about your mom passing away, but are you sure? You have the grades to get into university. I think you might regret it. It's okay. I'll work and take care of my 6th grade sister, Emily. That's the best solution I could come up with. I have no regrets." "All right, I got it. I'll tell the career advisor about this. They can help you. And remember, feel free to discuss anything, no matter how small." "Thank you." After leaving the office, I ran to the back of the gym, unable to stop my tears over the decision I had made. I came home with red, swollen eyes. "Huh? What's that smell?" "Curry gravy. I'm home." "Oh, Mike, welcome home." I tried making curry gravy for the first time, like Mom used to. "It's creamed chicken, because chicken is cheap." "Really? That's awesome, Emily. But is it a bit burned?" "Don't worry about it. Let's eat." The curry gravy was a bit too watery, and the chicken was slightly burned. It was Emily's first attempt at cooking in her 6th grade. "Emily, I've decided to start working after graduation from high school." "What? But what about university? Weren't you going to study there?" "This is the decision I've made after a lot of thought. It'll be okay. Then I'll go to university." "You got me there. Don't worry, I'll make sure to support you." I was slurping down some watery curry gravy with chicken that was a tad burnt when Emily made this bold statement about her schooling. And everything that had been weighing on my mind just clicked into place. After that, Emily started making lunches for me too. Despite being in 6th grade, she seemed to have accepted reality quite firmly. She was indeed a capable sister. From student university aspirations to job hunting, it was tough. But with the help of my classroom teacher and career guidance personnel, I managed to secure a job at a local company. My name is Mike Myers. Starting fresh at the local company, I was notably the youngest there, especially in my department. Everyone was significantly older. At 25, the closest in age to me was my boss, Thomas. Thomas was quite a character. Thomas, looking forward to working with you. 18, huh? High school grad. Yes, I graduated from high school. Is that so? Well, everyone else here has a college degree. Man, he's coming on strong right from the first day. I did my fair share of job hunting and went straight to work after graduating high school. From then on, I started each day at 5 a.m., leaving home with a breakfast and lunch Emily prepared the day before. I would arrive at work before anyone else, checking the sales reports, cleaning the restroom, and serving coffee to our clients. Doing more than anyone as the office errand boy. Though it was menial work, I took care to do it meticulously. And almost daily, I faced the kind of harassment that my boss Thomas seemed to consider normal. Mike, did you prepare the presentation materials for Company B? Yes, here it is. What's this? Did I tell you to make a presentation like this? I tried to follow your instructions. It's not about trying. No one's going to look at this. Start over from scratch. What a waste of extra effort. This is why high school grads. Oh, report this to the manager. Thomas was tight with the manager. Observing closely, you could see Thomas seemed to be quite good at buttering up the manager. But once the manager left, he started bad-mouthing him to me. That manager's useless. Wish he'd get transferred out soon. I was always amazed at Thomas's two-faced nature. One lunch break. On a particularly sunny day, I was sitting on the rooftop bench of our office building, spreading out the lunch box Emily made for me. Today's lunch is curried chicken. Should be better than before. Don't lose to TJ and keep up the good work. That was the message from Emily. TJ no doubt referred to Thomas. I told Emily about having such a boss, and she's always been a good listener. The curried chicken had indeed improved, tastier than before. After enjoying my lunch, I cleaned the lunchbox and returned to my desk. Home smells like curry. Mike, what did you have for lunch? My sister packed curried chicken for me. It was delicious. What were you thinking? We have a client meeting next. Planning to meet them smelling like curry? You're so thoughtless. Blood is thicker than water. This is why high school grads. Never mind. I'll go meet the client alone. If we don't land this deal, it's on you. Fuming, Thomas left alone to meet the client. I felt terribly down. But around 4 p.m., Thomas returned. Just great. No way we're getting that deal now. Damn it. I'll report to the manager how your sister's strong curry scent ruined it. Respectfully, Thomas, I accept my part. But please, my sister has nothing to do with this. Retract that statement. Oh, what now? You accusing me? I'll include that in my report to the manager. He's accusing, I'll say. For the first time, I spoke back to my boss, unable to tolerate the constant harassment and remarks about Emily. I was well aware he often reported falsehoods to the boss. I realized I hated Thomas. 6 months into the job, the days of enduring continued. Not only was my take-home pay meager, but the much-anticipated bonus turned out to be mere peanuts. A year and 5 months had passed since I started working. As usual, I woke up at 5 a.m., washed my face, and was getting ready for work when Emily woke up. Morning, Mike. Don't overdo it. You look tired. Are you going to be yelled at by TJ again today? Well, maybe. Lately, I feel like I've got the hang of dealing with TJ, like it's a boss fight in a game. I've got my strategies down. If you say so. Emily's words felt like a premonition. Of course, I had no real strategies for dealing with Thomas. Resigned to another day of scolding, I left for work with reluctance. A 15-minute walk from my house, there's a residential area with a park where my mom, Emily, and I used to play a lot. That's part of my commute route. Sometimes in the morning, I sit on a park bench and think to myself. Then I saw an old lady on the bench suddenly fall forward. Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? I rushed to help her, making sure she could breathe easily by propping her up in a comfortable position. My head hurts. Head, I gasped, wondering if it could be a sudden aneurysm, like what happened to my mother. This was serious. I quickly pulled out my cell phone, called an ambulance, and hurried to get some water from a vending machine in the park. Ma'am, I've called an ambulance for you. Here, try to drink some water. Thank you. She managed to sip a little. She was conscious, but I couldn't take any chances. Having lost my beloved mother, I had learned what to do if someone suddenly collapsed. Always talk to them, get them into a comfortable position, and provide what's necessary. Though this lady was a stranger, I didn't want her to end up like my mom. The ambulance arrived. The paramedic spoke to her. "Ma'am, are you okay?" She was just out for a walk and had no ID or cell phone on her. Thoughts of work crossed my mind, but people come first. I sent a message to my work email address explaining the situation and decided to accompany the old lady. "May I ride along?" "We appreciate it. Please, go ahead." We got to the emergency room. She was given an oxygen mask and transported on a gurney. While the doctors were checking her, I called my office directly to explain my tardiness, as the email seemed insufficient. A few hours later, the doctor who attended to her came out. "It's dehydration. We've had a heat wave recently. She'll need to be hospitalized for 3 to 4 days, but she's conscious and stable now and can talk. I must thank you for calling the ambulance and accompanying her. That was brave." "It's okay. I'm glad I could help. The lady wants to speak with you. Will you see her?" "I'll just check on her real quick and then head out." I visited the old lady in her room. "Thank you, dear. You've probably added some time to this old lady's life. In your suit, you must be off to work. What's your name?" "Mike. Mike Myers." "I'll remember that. Thank you, truly." I quickly took a taxi from the station near the park and rushed to the office. I arrived before noon at 11:40. "Good morning. I'm terribly sorry for being so late." I knew it already, but Thomas was furious. "Mike, you were late because you were helping some old lady you don't even know? Do you realize what day it is?" "Yes. Today we have the presentation with Company C in the afternoon. I prepared the presentation materials last night at home. Here, I have them right here." Hey, which is more important to you? Some old lady or the presentation with Company C?" "You know, I thought saving a life was the priority." "Playing the hero, huh? You're fired." "What? You weighed helping an old lady against a business deal and chose the former. We don't need a salesperson like that. The president and the manager are waiting for you in the reception room to discuss your heroic saga." Right after arriving at work, I went to the reception room, just as Thomas said. I was told I was fired by the president and the manager. No matter how much I explained, it was futile. Thomas and the manager were in cahoots, always looking to trip me up. There was no doubt that they had presented their version of events to the president. That day, I went home in tears, frustrated by the unfair dismissal. "I'm home. Welcome back. Today, I made your favorite, curry." "Wait, what's wrong? Did Thomas fire you?" "What? It's all over your face. You've always been easy to read. There's nothing scarier than a woman's intuition." I told Emily about the circumstances and reasons for my dismissal. She fully understood and said, "Every cloud has a silver lining, right? We learned that in English class today. You did a good thing by saving a life, and if that's the decision you made, I support you, my kind brother Mike. Every cloud has a silver lining." Emily's growth and intuition as a person never ceased to amaze me. I'm constantly encouraged by her. The curried chicken I had the next morning, with its spices spreading in my mouth, tasted better than ever. At the end of the month, I left the company. I'm going to be job hunting, but since I'll have some free time, teach me how to make your special curried chicken. I went to the supermarket to buy my ingredients. I wanted to sit on the park bench I used to pass on my way to work and think about what to do next. When I entered the park, the bench was already taken. "Not today then. Oh well, let's head back." Just as I was about to leave, someone called out, "Mike! Mike!" It was the old lady I had helped the other day. She came over and started talking to me. We sat on the bench together, chatting about recent events at a leisurely pace. The old lady, now fully recovered, seemed even more interested in me. Can she really be asking all these questions? She asked about various things. To my surprise, as we talked, I accidentally let slip that I had been fired from my job. "I know the president of Company D." "Company D?" "The well-known one locally. If you're free, why not try applying there?" "I'll speak to the president I know." "Apply to Company D? That famous trading company? There's no way a high school grad like me could manage that. What is this lady talking about?" I politely excused myself, trying not to make the situation awkward. "Well, ma'am, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'll give Company D a token try." 3 weeks later, it was interview day with Company D. I had studied up on the company, doing the bare minimum preparation. Wow, this is Company D. Their building was a 200-meter tall skyscraper. On the first floor, there were corner shops, restaurants, and a meeting area for business discussions, making me feel out of place all over again. Well, it's just a token application anyway. Getting turned away at the door is the most likely outcome. I told the receptionist my purpose. Hi, I'm here for an interview today. My name is Mike Myers. 2 minutes later, a male interviewer came down. Mike Myers, right? I'm Daniel, and I'll be conducting your interview. Please follow me. We took the elevator to the meeting room. It was on the 10th floor. During the ride, Daniel made friendly small talk with me. Please have a seat here and feel free to be at ease. Thank you. It seemed he had already noticed how tense I was. May I take a look at your resume? Sure. It's nothing impressive, but please go ahead. Upon opening my resume, Daniel's expression seemed to fall. So Mike, you entered the workforce right after high school? Yes. Due to circumstances, I started working immediately. Well, it's tough for a high school grad here. I wonder if there's been some mistake. Did you see the corner shops on the first floor? Maybe you got the interviews mixed up thinking it was for that. No, I'm certain it's an interview with your company. It's going to be difficult to get hired here. Do you understand your situation? I do. There are many high school grads. I work admirably. Is a college degree always necessary? This is so annoying. Daniel put the resume back in the envelope and handed it to me dismissively. Why don't you just leave? Do you think it's right for a low-educated fool like you to come here for an interview? Your century's too early. Get out. Just as I was being yelled at, the doorknob turned. Oh, ma'am, this was my first exclamation. The old lady I had helped was there in a suit, and another man stood beside her. Oh, Paul, how are you today? I heard you telling Mike here to leave. Seems like you're the one who should be leaving. Me? That's enough for today. Head out. From the conversation, I realized the man called Paul was the president of Company D, Paul Grace. What's going on? I recommended Mike for the position. Was there a problem with that? No, not at all. Don't judge people by their education. What kind of person are you? Just leave. Daniel turned pale and left the room. Sorry for the surprise. You see, the acquaintance president is my husband. I want to thank you for helping my wife when she fell. The old lady continued. I had to say that, or you wouldn't have applied here. When we talked on the park bench, I hoped you would join us. We wanted someone like you. The old lady I had helped turned out to be the wife of the renowned president of Company D and the HR director there herself, named Grace Walker. She had a keen eye for people. Our meeting with the president and HR director felt more like a casual chat than an interview. Every cloud has a silver lining. I was officially hired in the sales department of Company D. It felt like a dream. The company culture was entirely different, and the environment was much more comfortable for me. Sometimes I ran into Grace at the entrance. Mike, how's it going? Getting used to the job? Yes, Mrs. Walker. I'm enjoying it and being myself. Hey, just call me Grace. 5 years passed. My income stabilized, and I could plan for the future. Emily was now in her senior year of high school. Her experience and age reflected in the lunches she made. I was always looking forward to unwrapping and enjoying them daily. Huh? Today's lunch includes a star-shaped comet. What does this mean? After lunch, the president called me in. The old lady, no, the HR director, was there too. There's an upcoming presentation event with participation from small to large companies. How about you give it a try? Me? Your presentation skills have intact potential. I threw in a good word for you with the president again. I'm sure you'll do great. Thank you, Mrs. Walker. I'd love to take the opportunity. I'll do my best. Hey, you can call me Grace. You know the star mark in the lunches Emily made? That's what it meant. A month later, fully prepared, I went to the presentation venue. It was crowded, but I felt surprisingly calm. Wait, isn't that? It was Thomas, my former boss. He was also at the presentation. Our eyes met, and he quickly noticed me and glared. I see Thomas is desperate too, but I have my own path to follow. I can't lose. Undaunted, I gave the presentation my way. In the end, I secured a contract with one of the biggest corporations. I had outperformed Thomas, a college graduate. Luck is part of skill. Joining Company D was fortunate. But beyond luck, I dedicated myself to thoughtful action. I never looked down on anyone. I don't belittle people. The president and HR director had been watching my daily conduct. The person overseeing is really paying attention to the details. Both were thrilled with the contract I secured with a large corporation. I was promoted to sales director at an unprecedented speed. Now, I'm in a position to lead people. When teaching others, I never give easy answers. I'm dropping hints and letting them figure out the answers themselves, just like my late mother taught me. The following year, Emily was accepted into the state university, our mother's alma mater. She's a bit of a prophet with extraordinary intuition, my mysterious yet only beloved sister. As her brother, I want to watch over her gently until she graduates.